into the co-feature, we got a 10-round bout at lightweight between Puerto Rico's Felix Verdejo, 24-1, and the battle-tested Bryan Vasquez, who's 37-3. And Vasquez is a fighter I actually know a little bit about. I know him personally. Verdejo, I've always thought is a good fighter, but at the top, of the list of things I would think of Verdejo is, at some point you're looking for the next Miguel Cotto out of Puerto Rico. And I remember thinking at some point with Verdejo that he wasn't the guy. He's a good fighter, but he's not a crossover guy in terms of, being on Cotto's level, or at least he hasn't showed that yet. So is he Puerto Rico's hottest star right now? I don't know. But he hasn't reached Miguel Cotto's level yet. I don't know that, I'm holding that against him. He's still a terrific boxer. But Vasquez, I would consider a live dog here because Vasquez is a very battle-tested guy who's been through a lot of wars and stuff. And, when he's tried to operate at lower weight classes, he suffered for the weight cut. Lightweight may be the right weight class for Bryan Vasquez.
Yeah, I mentioned that we almost too often agree. We could make a little bit better of a show maybe if we were, a little contentious sometimes. I like Lomachenko more than Crawford. That's like our major disagreement, not a big deal. But I was pleasantly surprised on the other side of that coin that I had already picked Bryan Vasquez as my dog watch, my second dog watch on this fight at plus 155 before I realized that you knew him a little bit and had judged 3 of his boxing matches, and I believe he fought MMA as well. You judged one of his MMA fights. How many did he fight on that, Miguel? Do you know?
I think he has one MMA fight in his career. He took it as a negotiating ploy when he was between contracts and boxing. I was the matchmaker for that. I wasn't a judge for that. I actually found the opponent, and he fought an opponent that had about 6 or 8 professional fights already, but a guy that he knew he was going to out-athlete. And, he won in about 3 minutes in a 5-minute round.
Okay.
It wasn't exactly a highlight reel fight. It was an efficient fight, and he did dabble. And I was involved with that and had to work with the kid. And I know that the kid at his best is focused, when you want to criticize him, and the reason he's got 3 losses, has had trouble making weight and stuff, is that he's a very naturally talented kid, and that has had a tendency to make people question his work ethic. He's, had times when he's been in the United States, training with the same trainer as GGG is. I'm going to mess up the guy's name, and everybody knows him. But it doesn't matter right now. He was in that training camp for a long time, and it didn't work out for him and stuff like that. So you question when he's right on the doorstep, if he's got something missing, because he's been at that doorstep a couple of times and not broken through. This isn't quite that.
Is it drive? Right. Isn't that drive? Yeah. I will point out he has a loss. Out of his 3 losses, one was to Raimundo Beltran, and that was only a majority decision. They had one of the judges has that as a tie. So you go back to like a Terrence Crawford. He won by unanimous decision. Vasquez takes Raimundo Beltran to a majority decision. For that reason, with only 20 knockouts of his 37 victories, facing Felix Verdejo, I didn't see a lot of great competition for Felix. I think he's a bit untested. This is a pretty close one at negative 175 favorite for Verdejo. Vasquez at plus 155. It's a little low on the plus. I'd like to see plus 200 when I'm going a dog watch rather than a dog pick. This is sort of more the odds that I would normally do a dog pick in. But this is a strong dog watch. I think Vasquez has got a real chance in this one, and it's nearly a draw. I barely give the decision, win by decision to Verdejo, but Vasquez is a nice plus 155 if you want to hop in on that one. Not a dog pick, but a dog watch. Not a bad fight. I'm looking forward to that one.